Hello! In this video I'm going to be showing you my cauldron collection, and they start really tiny going up to pretty huge, and I'll also explain some of the uses that I've got for these cauldrons, and yes, I do use them. Okay, so I'm going to do this in size order, and starting out with number 1 is really tiny. I have an awful lot more cauldrons than I thought I had, by the way. Number 1 is this. It is super duper tiny. In fact, so small, I'm hoping that this is going to be registered on camera. This is so small because I 3D printed it myself. It's a model from Loot Studios from, I think it was their Hag's Forests thing. I'm not entirely sure. I need to look that up, don't I? Now, Loot Studios has a whole number of bundles, and I'm not really sure which one this came from, except that it came from the one where the hut has chicken legs. If you know, you know. But this is a small little mini that I printed on my 3D printer, and I think it's cool. I use it for Dungeons and Dragons and things like that, so when there's like a witch around, this is a perfect little scene piece so that I can illustrate to my players that there's a witch about. Maybe. Next, coming up quite a lot in scale, is this thing. Now, this isn't just the cauldron, but this is actually my potions bottle opener. This cauldron here is pretty tiny, actually. It's got a little lid on there. Let's take this off first of all, and I'll show you the cauldron separately to the rest of it. So this is the cauldron that I've got. It's a really tiny one. I don't think it was particularly expensive, maybe about £18 at the time I bought it, but I bought it a long time ago, and I have done a video here on this channel about how to make a potions bottle opener. If you want to see that, I've linked it just up there. Yeah, just up there. This bottle opener is kind of cool because the way that I've positioned these little divots that I've put in there by a drill, it's so that it fits these little legs, and it's quite specific, so it doesn't rattle around and roll about. I've also got this little indent here, which is perfect for the lid to just lean up against it. So it's almost like a little diorama, really. But what's really cool is that when you crack open a bottle, the bottle top falls down inside here. Here's one that I made earlier. And so I think it might be useful if I crack open a bottle to demonstrate, purely for demonstration. See? Worked perfectly. It fell straight into the bottom, and to prove so, there it is. It's amazing, isn't it? So I'm really chuffed with this potions bottle opener, and I get to have a beer. What's not to like? Next up in terms of size is this beauty. It's a 1/4 size apparently, whatever that means. I think these cauldrons are actually numbered in terms of size. So Harry Potter had a standard size 2 pewter cauldron. Why pewter? I'm not really sure, because the melting point's actually quite low in pewter. But this one's cast iron. It does make it slightly more brittle, but an awful lot more hardy when it comes to flame. So I'd prefer to have a cast iron one. Now this one I don't tend to use very much, it's just for decoration, and it tends to sit on top of my fireplace. I don't actually have a use for it. If you can think of one, please put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear your suggestions. This one came from the Cauldron, which was a wizard pub. Not this wizard pub, a different wizard pub. A wizard pub that I invested in up in London. You can still go to the Cauldron. This video is not sponsored, unfortunately. Kind of wish it was. Someone give me money, please. Thanks. Moving up in scale quite a lot. I'm not sure what number this is, but it is a bit bigger. And this one has a sign on it just here. It's actually the same sign as this. Wonder what that is. But basically, this is the sign of the goddess, which is a witchcraft symbol because if you look here, these are moons, and the moons are a goddess thing, apparently. It's got a lovely lid, although it does slip and slide quite a lot. Hopefully you could hear me over this grinding of this metal. And it has also fallen off here before. It actually once fell on top of my foot. Thankfully it didn't break anything, including me or the lid. So I tend to just leave this on top of my fireplace as well. It's a good decoration. My wife bought me this, so thank you very much, Laura. That was lovely. This one came from Weston-super-Mare. There's a witchcraft shop on the seafront. Don't know whether it's still there after lockdown. This one is one of my favourites, although now, as you can probably tell, it doesn't have any herbs in it. It is a little bit dirty. This one I keep outside in my garden because it's made of resin. It's cool though, isn't it? This one has a little hole at the bottom for drainage, which I think is super good, because I wouldn't want to drill a hole, certainly in cast iron. That's not a great idea at all. But this one goes outside. Until fairly recently it had some chives in it, but it was sat on my windowsill as well, and keeping chives alive on a windowsill when all you've got is water and you're not feeding them regularly, and also you're not really watering them regularly, I'm going to be honest, is kind of difficult. And so unfortunately they did die. So I've emptied it, I've put it outside in the garden, and I'm thinking I probably need to put something in this. So again, if you've got any ideas on what I could use this for in terms of herbs, put it down in the comments. I've got a cherry tree, I've got blueberries, I've got strawberries. I don't really know what more I can grow. Some sort of herb, ideally, that we can eat. That will be good. So that's most of my cauldrons. But there's one that I can't quite pick up. So I'm going to need to use this camera to move it down there so you can see what I'm talking about. So check out this absolute monster. I keep it here underneath my robes. And if you want to know what that button is, we'll get to that in another video. Now that huge cauldron I just keep as a bit of a doorstop in my magical man cave, and I'm sorry about the floor, I haven't quite got around to doing that yet. That will maybe be another video at some point in the future. That cauldron is a number 6 cauldron. It's huge, and when it was delivered there was something actually wrong with the packaging and the lid was broken. It's a bit of a shame. I could have sent it back. It would have cost me a fortune to do that. But here's a little tip if you do want some cauldrons yourself and you want to purchase them online. Don't type in the word cauldron. If you do, you'll pay £500 for a cauldron that size. I paid about 60 because I called it an African potje. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. It's P-O-T-J-E. If you type in that and go to an African camping goods store, you'll find exactly what you want under a different title, but it's essentially exactly the same thing. It looks the same, it acts the same, it is the same. It's a cast iron pot, and that's really all a cauldron has ever been. But you're not here to see me talk about cauldrons, you're here to see me cast some magic into them. Nice. If you liked seeing this video, and I think you did because you're here at the end, please do click that like button, subscribe and ding that bell. And if you want to see this sort of thing before everybody else, have a think about becoming a member. It's only £1.99 a month and all the links are down in the description. I'll be back next time with some more magical awesomeness. Please share this with your friends. But until next time, as always,
stay magical.